Welcome to T2T Boxing in association with IFL TV and Macklin's Gym Marbella. Here we have Joe Ray, fresh off his fight with Jake Carr this evening. Thanks for joining us, Joe.
No problem, mate.
So, big fight. Jake Carr, highly rated here in Australia. You obviously made a tough fight of it for him, took him all the way to the decision. How did you feel tonight went, and what are your thoughts on Jake as a fighter?
I thought I put in a good performance. I fought just 7 days ago in Perth, so my body was still a bit tired, and I think he's a good prospect. I think tonight I showed that he's still got a lot to learn. I'm a quite experienced fighter, but he's definitely got a lot of potential. But I just don't think he'd be ready to move on to the next level yet. He needs a few more learning fights, which he had tonight against myself.
Definitely, and I think that's from his side, going in with someone like yourself with the experience that you've got is obviously great for him. Been in Prizefighter, had so many professional fights yourself. Looking back from when you were at his sort of stage in his career, what advice would you give to someone like Jake?
Well, just basically, I'd say he's made a step up usually, even though he's Australian champion and he's defended his titles a few times. I don't think he's ever been in with anybody as experienced as me that knows how to hit you on the break, tie you up, just do things that he's never seen before. I think just a few more fights like that and get top class sparring, and it definitely has the potential to go places, so. It's there,
Yeah, definitely. And so we saw him in December against another highly rated prospect, Reynald Quinlan. He did really well there. Yeah. Tonight looked like a lot harder fight for him, and Quinlan came in really highly rated into that fight. So I think experience is always one of those things, and you've obviously still got a lot to give to the sport. Yeah. What are your plans moving forward? So I know you've taken a few fights on late notice recently. Are you planning to continue in that vein, or are you looking at maybe putting a run together?
Well, I've been a pro now nearly 11 years, so I think my dreams of win the world titles well over. I started off as a prospect in America, left America unbeaten, come back, fought Martin Murray in the Prizefighter, lost the quarterfinals, and after that basically I struggled to get fights. I had to travel to Germany, Denmark, fight the best in Europe basically at short notice, and then you start getting losses in your record, so sort of lose interest in winning titles. But as I say, if the money's right, I'm there.
Absolutely, and how have you found the difference between, say, fighting in the UK and fighting in Australia? I think it's still, the sport hasn't quite broken through into the mainstream here as it has back home.
No, definitely not. I think Australia isn't a main sport over here, because they have rugby, Aussie rules, and they're basically the one sports that they dominate. They don't dominate boxing. It's the truth. It's maybe not nice to say, but it is the truth. But they have some good prospects. They struggle to get TV dates, and that's the big thing. Yeah. And when they do have TV dates, they don't put on competitive fights. Yeah. So the public don't want to see it.
That's it. You get rugby players and has-beens.
You need one person controlling the whole of Australian boxing, and really, there's nobody really stood up and took authority to do that.
Absolutely. So in terms of the rest of this year and yourself looking forward, and what would be the perfect sort of chance for yourself? Would you like to have a fight with enough notice to go into a proper camp and try and build that up?
Yeah, well, definitely. And I work full time as well, so it would be hard to do that. You know what I mean? But no, I'd love to come and get one more fight in Belfast. I haven't fought in Belfast since the Prizefighter just nearly 3 years ago, and it's a big ambition to fight there before I had to retire again, and the sooner the better. Maybe for an Irish title or something.
And would you consider another prize fighter?
Oh, 100%, man. Definitely 100%. I love it, and been in it twice. So the last time I was in it, the first time I was in it, I drew Martin Murray in the first round, so I didn't have any luck. And then the last time I was in it, I was the last quarter final. The first semi-final, Eamon O'Kane knocks the guy out in 33 seconds. So I'm just out of the ring and straight back in. So that's the way it goes. But I definitely would love it.
Excellent. You mentioned Martin Murray there. He just had a very tough fight himself. Did you watch that?
I actually never seen it, but I always say it's out of Matthew Macklin, Darren Barker, and Martin Murray. He's the most rounded little pro. He's a solid little pro. You know what I mean? He can take shots. He can give them. You know what I mean? I think he's the best out of the three of them. They're three top fighters, but I definitely think Martin Murray's the best out of the three of them.
Yeah, he definitely didn't do himself anything wrong in that fight. It was a great performance from him. Look, thanks a lot for your time, Joe. Hopefully we'll catch up again soon, but we'll get this up and we'll follow you along the way, and say next time you're out we'll come catch up with you and wish you all the best.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Nice one. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, mate.